Hey guys, so Anime Last Stand released a couple of hours ago, and honestly, it's a very fun game so far. It has grasped pretty decent gauge of players so far, at least. Hopefully, it retains the players. It's around 10k players, and a lot of people have been asking the same question: what units should I go for? Which legendary units are good? Which mythic units are good? So I'll show you how you want to start out the game and what you actually want to do to have a pretty damn strong footing in the game as of right now. So as you can see, I pretty much jumped on a brand new account, which is level 1. And what we want to go ahead and do as soon as you enter the game is you want to go ahead and use a whole bunch of codes that actually exist in the game, which I'll show in the screen right about now. So you see here in the top left of the screen, there is a lot of codes. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and start redeeming all of the codes one by one. Alright, so apparently a couple of those codes don't really work anymore, so you might want to scratch off this list the number code, the 3219872, and ASIC and Shook. Unfortunately, these codes don't work, which is kind of sad because they gave a whole bunch of gems, especially the number code. It gave like 1k flat gems. And the next thing that you guys want to do is you want to obviously come here to the gacha. You see there's a whole bunch of people actually summoning, and currently in the banner we have actually Whitebeard as the mythic. I haven't seen the unit, but I have heard mixed reviews about it. Some people say he's really good, others say he's not good. I honestly don't know how good he actually is until I get it all in my hands, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and actually just go ahead and summon. And essentially, guys, the trick here and what you want to be doing is you want to be repeating this process until you get a mythic. We are going to completely disregard any of the legendary units. We don't really care about the legendary units, and our goal is to actually hit one of those mythic units, whatever is going to be on the banner. There is plenty of units right now in the mythic category. We are aware of Sukuna, Kojo, Yami, and Whitebeard, and Yamamoto is also one. These are at least the ones that come on top of my head, so it doesn't matter which one you get, all of them are good. So essentially the idea right here is to actually go ahead and hit a mythic unit. Now, okay, wait, that's a Zenitsu actually. Zenitsu is a pretty decent legendary, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. Now, you see we have 0.5% chance to hit a mythic. Obviously, on a temple, that should be 5%, according to my math. And since we do this 7 times all around, that should be 35% chance. So, if you guys don't get a mythic, all you gotta do is log out of the game, change account, and come back in. Now, according to math, if you do this sequence 3 times, you should guarantee yourself a mythic. Now, I know people that actually got more than 1 mythic while doing this with their starting gems. So yeah, do not get discouraged if you don't hit it, and just do this process like a couple of times until you get the mythic. That is the best thing that can possibly happen to you in order to start out the game, and it's gonna be very smooth sailing at that point to actually clear the story. Now, a lot of people might ask, is it better to actually play story solo or with other people? I think it's better if you partner up with other people, but HP is higher, so make sure like the person that you're playing with is actually decent as well. And in terms of like actual units, this is something that a lot of people will actually encounter as a problem. Okay, so I didn't actually hit a mythic right here, but you get the point. So at this point, I would just log out, change accounts, and do the same thing. But yeah, in terms of units and what's actually good and what isn't, basically, Riku is a very good epic unit. This guy stuns, so make sure you actually bring him in your lineup. He's a pretty good unit. Now, Sukuna, the mythic, is a great unit. It's a heal unit, so it does attack air as well. And in case you guys actually struggle to kill air, which is the problem for a lot of people, one of the codes that we used, which was free Nami, that they added, let me just scroll all the way down, you see, where is she? She's somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. So Nami, the reason why they added the code was because Nami is an air unit, and she does actually help a lot with clearing the airs so that you can pass the stage. Now, one thing that's really important, guys, Nami here is actually pretty freaking shit the way she is right now. Obviously, she's just a rare unit, so make sure you feed her a whole bunch of units just so she levels up. And if she levels up, she should be able to pretty much just help you deal with at least the first couple of levels of the story. And that's pretty much how you can get started with a game. And as you go on, obviously, you want to be just sitting and saving all of the emeralds that you get. So let's see, let's just say that I feed everything, right? I should have kept one Riku, by the way, I didn't. Level 48 Nami, she should be pretty damn good at this stage, and you can use any mythic that you get like by following this method. Now let's just jump into my main account real quick and we'll continue. Alright guys, so we are back here. That is currently the status of my main, and as I was saying, essentially after you do that, when you get your mythic and you start out playing the game, you want to save every emerald that you gather from your story rewards and your obviously requests. Make sure you claim your quests right here as well. And the reason for that is, so essentially once you actually get to the last stage of the stories, which is the Namek, you unlock the second banner. So you see right here, this is banner 2, and if you paid attention as I was loading, it said must unlock Namek first. You've also probably noticed yourselves, oh, the banner just switched actually. We have Sukuna as a mythic. As I said, Sukuna is pretty much, if you get Sukuna, story is gonna be a breeze. So switching over to banner 2, guys, you see we are switching, and oh, that's a brand new Celestial actually. We have not seen this guy before. So you see we're switching to banner 2, and you see how the odds are basically shifting. So let me go back to banner 1 real quick. 72 0.5 and epic 27.5. See how the rates are kind of shifting, and we have the Celestial rarity, which is a brand new. Now another thing that I should probably disclose for you guys at this point is that this banner does contain a whole bunch of other units on top of just like having the best rarity of the unit, which is higher than mythic. That's why you want to save all of your gems. There is better units. So for example, like I'm gonna do a temple, right? Okay, Luffy, you've seen this before. Nami, you've seen here before. Goku, okay. This doesn't really work out so far. We're only getting trash. But you're gonna notice soon that, okay, you see this anti-magician guy. There is units that are completely different. Ichigo, this Banka Ichigo, for example. And okay, the Grimjaw was the legendary, but yeah, so basically that's how it works. So you want to start like saving all of your emeralds for the banner number 2. Now, once you get to the banner number 2, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and spend your things. It doesn't really matter. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and actually, I don't know. I guess you guys like to see gacha, so I'm just gonna play through the rest of my roles, and I'm gonna continue on with my rant later. hit a single mythic unit while we're doing that. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of those legendaries. Now, Goku is a pretty decent legendary unit just because he hits air. Like, none of those other units hit air, which was basically the problem that I mentioned earlier. Another question that you guys might have, if I go over here to the game passes, is the starter pack worth buying? You might probably know by now that even it actually is stated here, special S-count farm units. So should I buy the starter pack? Is it worth the 500 Robux? And it sort of is. Like, S-count will help you a lot, especially early on with the farm. But if I open my inventory right now, as you guys can see, we do have this Pride Knight. Whilst this is not exactly the same as the Pride Starter, it is fundamentally the same exact unit. Only its appearance just changes. Like, this has a little bit of a cooler appearance in the game, but besides that, the units are exactly identical. They do exactly the same work, so per se you don't really need to But if you have the spare Robux, feel free to just go ahead and spend them there. Like, they will pretty much just help you. They won't do anything bad. They will just like be something to make your life a little bit easier at the start. And that's pretty much about it. But yeah, just go ahead, guys, and dump all of your code emeralds to get that first mythic. No matter what mythic it is, as I said, like so far at least, there hasn't been a single like bad mythic. Well, with the exception of Yamamoto. Yamamoto is actually very bad right now. But within the next hour or two, and potentially by the time you guys are watching this video, Yamamoto will have gotten his own rework, and he is going to be very high up there with the rest of the mythics. So yeah, no matter what mythic you get, doesn't really matter. Bonus points if you get Sukuna. Sukuna is the best one for story, as it takes care of air for you, which is a little bit troublesome if you don't have an air unit. If you get Yami, Yami is the unit that you will be using in order to AFK farm thousands and thousands of emeralds every day. And if you get Itachi, Itachi is another great damage unit, etc. Now, I can't really speak for Whitebeard since I don't have him, but you guys kind of get the point. All of the mythics are good. And yeah, anyway, that was pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and best of luck with the new game. Peace.